It's the Duffin Up Podcast. All right, Duff Daddies and Duff Mamas, we have on probably one of the most anticipated shows we've had.
Yep.
These three gentlemen have decided to create probably one of the coolest things that I have ever thought. I think that could ever occur. They have taken a local golf TikTok community, have expanded it across the country, started bringing people together to play in a couple events. And now, after their very successful first event, we are very happy to bring them on to talk about the upcoming Flamingo Invitational down in Orlando, Florida. We have on Thomas Young, Justin Young, and David Bateman from the Create Tour. Gentlemen, welcome to the Duffin Up Podcast. How are we doing this evening?
Thank you. Doing great. Can't beat it.
We're doing all of it. There's no place I'd rather be. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's it.
Dave's got his apple juice. We're ready to roll.
Yeah,
Love apple juice. Best.
That's what it is. We will say that is what it is. So first off, obviously, biggest question in the room: why flamingos?
They're just a majestic bird.
Why not?
And just like they were once scarce in Florida, they're now returning to Florida. So we like flamingos.
Back in better than ever.
That's right. And a group of flamingos is called a stand. So that what better way to make a stand?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't even know any of that. So you guys could have just said we like flamingos and I would have rolled with it. I would have been like, let's do it.
I would have guessed a gaggle of flamingos.
I could see that. I could see gaggle. But I think it's very cool. I did look it up, a while back.
Yeah, I think
I don't know what this is called.
Gaggle is strictly reserved for geese, I think.
That's right. And a murder is crows.
Yeah. And it
Which would have been way cooler if it was for flamingos. Like,
Yeah.
screw that up.
I looked at one time I looked up like all those different group naming conventions, and there are some weird ones. Like it's just like a group of owls, I believe is, I forget actually. Does anyone know that one?
Hooters.
No. It is
I'm going with
No, but
Hooters.
it's funny
is-
if we're talking about this. 'Cause literally,
Parliament.
that's
called
It is
Parliament.
a parliament of owls. That is amazing.
Mhm.
That is
Parliament.
Parliament.
wow.
Yeah.
A gaggle.
We were literally talking about this at my job the other day, and that it's called a business of ferrets.
I love that. It's strictly business.
Yeah.
Oh no, we went down the rabbit hole. Guess what a group of lemurs is called?
I don't know.
A conspiracy of lemurs.
Oh, yeah,
So
that makes
they
total
are,
sense.
and they're
I like
a
that a lot.
conspiracy theory right
Wow.
there. The entire lemur population is just one giant JFK
One big
assassination.
conspiracy.
Think about that. That's
Like it.
unbelievable.
Because you said a rabbit hole, a group of wild rabbits is called a fluffle.
fluffle.
I think that is probably the best
Ooh.
name
I
convention.
Isn't
thought
that a
that was
job?
a job for the people that were in dirty movies or something.
Yeah, before, right?
I guess that means a kerfluffle is a dead group of folks.
This might be my
my-
favorite start to a podcast.
Whoever said the Duffin Up Podcast was just about golf?
That's
Okay,
right. We educate.
Exactly. We are educating the youths out here about, adult movies, about different groups of animals. We're doing great.
Yeah, might get picked up by
Every day.
PBS.
Every
That's
day
what-
is a school day, my friends.
Yeah, that's what brings the community together, for sure.
Oh,
Fluffles. Yeah, lots of
Yeah,
fluffles.
just a group of fluffles. That's all, just a fluffle of rabbits. That's what brings everyone together. It's unbelievable. Oh man. But so back to the golf. Back to the sport we all love. Thomas and Justin, I reached out to you guys after the first event, which, as everyone knows, unfortunately, I could not. Unfortunately, the Duffin Up group was not there. But I really wanted to kind of get the insight into what made you guys think of the event, what made you decide to kind of reach out to a lot of different people through social media and kind of how everything got going.
Go ahead, Justin.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, there's just, I think since being on TikTok, there's, joined several different lives and got to meet some of the other people in the community. And then I know that there's, small get-togethers here and there, but just the talk of, hey, this would be so cool if we had a tournament, So I reached out to Thomas, who wasn't even on TikTok. He was still on MySpace, and talked him into joining, and then we just kind of ran with it. I said, man, we could 100% coordinate this here in our area, and for the Southern Invitational was awesome. Just because there's all these local courses that we could play that we kind of know the people that to get a good deal and stuff and to get people in here, but it was just neat to get to have all these people that from all over the country, even in Canada, come in and play at the local course that we go out every weekend or after work or something to go in. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, so I would say that you kind of really did. I had no TikTok account. I was sort of adamantly against TikTok and all social media, really.
Just spend time on LinkedIn.
But then Justin, I mean, other than OnlyFans, because a man's got to eat.
Yeah, you got to pay the bills. Yeah.
But other than my foot pics and side income, I really was just totally I out of the social media loop. I'm like, this is stupid. It's all Chinese, it's Trump has told us that this is obviously evil. No, I'm just kidding. But Justin kept winning shit on TikTok. He's like, he won like a pair of Air Jordan cleats. He won a driver. He won a bag. He won all these things. He's just like racking up on TikTok. And I'm like, man, how do you win so much stuff? And he's like, people give away prizes when they're about to hit 1,000 or about to hit whatever. And so I signed up, and the 20th of April, I think, was my first post on TikTok. And it was my dog barking at a turkey out the window. And then Justin and I went and played golf, and he took a video of me missing a putt when I didn't pull the flag. And it got like 70,000 hits, and I was instantly hooked. And then you just kind of fall into it. It's like the last good thing in social media. Like, TikTok, the golf community on TikTok is unbelievable. I mean, everybody's super supportive. You can learn a ton. There's always, somebody wants to play with someone, but everybody's positive. And I don't think you see that from any other, niche group, the travel group, the foodies, whoever it is. Like, they're not as positive as the golf people. And that's crazy.
Not even close. Not even close.
But it's amazing. And, golf, TikTok really is the emerging platform in social media. I mean, it's not quite as old as any of the other ones, but Facebook, MySpace that Justin still has a shadow account on, Instagram, all of these, they've been mature platforms for a long time and have kind of hit their peaks, and people are flooding to TikTok. And it was kind of cool to be able to get in where there are some very established accounts, but it's still growing. And then very quickly, I worked hard to get to 1,000. I mean, I only had a couple hundred. Like, when we started planning this tournament, I'm like, no one's going to listen to me when I ask them to come play or whatever. So I would be like, Justin, message this person. And, once we got a few kind of key members, people like wanted to come and play in this. Dave was quick to say he was involved. Grind, the golf grind, Jeremy, Alex, which is Mitch Cumstein, several others, like right up Stan Laws, like guys right off the bat, they were like, I'm going to play in this. And that kind of drew people in from outside our area of Tennessee and North Carolina. And then it just started getting bigger and bigger. And I mean, it's crazy to think that celebrity tournaments don't have the turnout we did in our first, in the Southern Invitational. 19 states and Canada represented.
Yeah, it's crazy. People came all the way to Northeast Tennessee from all over. But,
now, why do you think that why do you think there was a better turnout for than normal celebrity? Is it because of like the networking event, or do you think it's like just the golf talk community just showed up and is one of the strongest communities I've seen in a while?
I think
Yeah.
I think it's a combination, honestly, of the fact that we didn't want to make it like every other tournament. We didn't want it to be strictly stroke play, everybody, just dead serious golf. And then we wanted to, we wanted it to feel relatable. Like if you go out and play with your friends, not everybody's a scratch golfer. And if they are, you're probably on tour too. But we wanted people to, regardless of how, great they are at swinging at clubs, we wanted their love for golf to be here. And that was definitely present.
Yeah. And I think too, that it sort of was a perfect storm, after COVID, people were anxious to get out and do something like this. I think that kind of helped play into that as well. People were eager to try to get out and meet these people that they've talked to, for the last couple of years. So it was really cool.
Absolutely. I mean, we found out, it was hilarious how we found out the week before it was happening. And we had Ryan Murray from the Tee It High podcast on, and we were just kind of shooting the shit. And then after the podcast, he's like, Brendan, you're going to this, right? And I was like, wait, I'm going to, where am I going? And he was just like, oh, you're going to the event. And that's when like I reached out to you guys and Justin, like I reached out to the main account. I reached out to you and TY, I know I reached out to you after, but I was like, okay, I can't make this one, but I have to make sure that like I'm at least involved in the second one. So that is definitely why we wanted to have you guys on too, just to, not just talk about, the Southern Invitational one, but the Flamingo coming up. But one of the things I definitely wanted to talk about that side too is we were able to see a lot of our friends out on the course. Chunky Golfers, one of our former podcast guys. Ryan was there, obviously from Tee It High, and then so having that community, I want to understand like how you guys were able to just build it on that side, and then when you saw kind of all the confirmations coming in, and I remember you guys going live at like the Wednesday night thing, and I was like, I recognize so many people here, like I feel so left out right now. But how were you guys able to kind of build that, and what was it like when you got there like Wednesday night and was just like, oh my goodness, like everyone's here?
Yeah, it was I think that the community attracted itself. You know what I mean? Like we got to know every single person as they were coming to play. Like, we called the Southern the Invitational because we didn't want outside of TikTok people to come and play. So it was kind of a trick. We obviously hoped to sell it out, but it actually all worked out perfect because everybody was involved in that. And then we just really got to know these people either through lives or once we were here in person. Like everyone was, you kind of felt like you were meeting celebrities at first, or kind of also that you already knew these people when you walked through the door. So it was a really, really great to see all this positivity in one spot.
Yeah. I'm just picturing like, everyone's getting to the course. So like, this is going to be a great content maker event. And they get to the course and there's like 100 people around the putting green and they're all got their phones and they're like, we're at the Southern Invitational. Welcome. This is awesome. And then like, as soon as that first tee hits, they're like, this is so much more than like a TikTok thing. This is just like guys loving golf or girls loving golf and just everyone meshing together. That must have been so cool. That must have been such a great event.
It really was. And like, I hate to use this kind of analogy, but it was almost like the love people have for Comic-Con. Like you stuck all those golfers that love the same videos and love golf and love clubs and love drip and love everything, that surrounds the sport. And you put them all in one place. So you had somebody that wanted to carry on every conversation with you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, have you seen this? Yeah, I've seen that. You know what I mean? Everybody was just amped because it's like, these are the people that like the things you like. I don't know. It was just crazy kind of having that many people in one spot. And, as Justin spoke to the timeliness of this too, I think it was the perfect amount after, you know, COVID. It was the perfect amount, like the right time in people's lives to get back out and do those things. So a lot of these people were ready for something new. And so Justin had brought up the idea of the tournament, and then I kind of said, well, let's make Friday, Saturday, and Sunday like each different, you know, and like he threw in the scramble and the blind draw, and the Friday fun day kind of mixed us together, and we just wanted it to be really a different level of event. And I think that the formatting really has ended up being like our defining feature, because it's all mingling. Like no one knew who they're playing with until they got to their cart that morning. Like we wouldn't give out anything in advance, and people at first thought we were just disorganized, but it was all very very well planned, so that we, you know, I wanted everybody to feel like you could ride with anybody, you could play with anybody, and it kind of left a lot of that sort of nervousness and the jitters of meeting a whole new group of people. It left it behind. Everybody was like, okay, we trust you, let's just go. And we're going to do a lot of the same things in Orlando for the Flamingo.
Yeah. And I'll say too that one of the coolest parts about having
That's fantastic.
all these creators and people from TikTok get together is that, you know, when you go out and play with your friends, I mean, they might be used to it, but other people, when you pull out your camera and I'm going to film this drive, or I'm going to, you know, show this chip and stuff, kind of get some funny looks. Then you have a whole tournament full of people that's the norm, you know, is that you're going to be filming this stuff. You know, you have an entire day like Friday Fun Day where 18 holes, so there's 18 videos worth of stuff that you can be getting out there and filming. So it was this kind of a cool environment, you know, getting to meet everybody, and it just very comfortable, you know, that experience.
It's actually funny that you say that. We the four of us, normally Mike is here, when we played in the scramble, we went into it being like, oh, we're gonna get some awesome content, we're gonna do a lot of recording. We didn't record a single thing, because if it's just you out there recording, it's kind of embarrassing. Like it's hard to get out of that comfort zone of just. And plus, we were like taking it very seriously and being like, with no distractions here. I think Brendan tried to film something, and Mike screamed, "Brendan, put the phone away."
I got yelled at.
It's like, I'm creating content. I'm creating content, and they're like, nope, we're sinking putts right now. But
we weren't even. It was the par three. It was the par three where we had to go over the water. Yeah. And Mike was just like, he wasn't like, I need silence, but he was like, Brendan, stop filming, concentrate. And I was like, Mike, you're like 6 twisted teeth deep right now. Like, I don't think we got to worry about me.
That's the least of your worries is it's a phone.
Oh no, but honestly, like Brian was right. We definitely took it too seriously, but like we wanted to win that tournament, because they give out, like, instead of green jackets, they give out blue jackets, and it's like it's the same logo as the Masters, but instead of the US, it's Massachusetts. And it was a really good local tournament, and it's for a really good cause. Yeah, the Nathan Parker Classic. So
it's kind of
cool.
Yeah,
but it's the state of Massachusetts with the flag.
Okay, cool.
I'm having a lot of trouble here.
That's okay. It doesn't want to zoom in, but that's okay. But so we were just like, we were going in and we're like, we're going to win. We're going to do it. And then we just had another tournament where we played in, and we didn't take it as seriously. We ended up winning it. So I was like, okay, now for next year, we got to not take it as seriously.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
I definitely. You said you guys did something different. You guys said you did something different each day. Like, you guys did something different, like each, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What was the format that you guys did for those 3 days?
So so like I'll tell about Friday. Justin, you can tell about Saturday, and Dave, you can take Sunday. So Friday is our Friday Fun Day, and it's sort of we kind of take a combination of the holes that you've seen everybody, you know, from good to Busted Jack to the golf guys, like the standard, like one club challenge, or, you know, bad cards for good golfers, those kind of things. Like, okay, you're going to play the whole hole with your driver, or 2v2 worst ball, or 2v2 best ball, you know. So we did a few of those, but then we added in things like no glove, no love. So everybody had to wear oven mitts for the entire hole. And we had a hole called the pool party, which was a par 3, and we covered the whole green with pool floats. So when you teed off, you had to just hope you didn't land on a pool float because it could go anywhere, and then you had to putt around them if and play your ball as it lies. And there's many more, but we don't want to give anything away about the Flamingo. So the Friday Fun Day was basically built so that if everybody's playing together and you got teams of 4, you should have had at least 18 to more videos of filmable content for each different hole.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
that sounds amazing. I think my favorite one was the par 3 where you had to take putter to start. And I wanted to get your opinions on this because the 3 of us, when we played, there was a one hole for an air cannon. We had very mixed feelings about the air cannon, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on the air cannon too, because it was a par 4. It was a short par 4. It was like, what would you say, Brian? 310 yards, 315?
I believe so. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was a shorter par. It felt, honestly, when you're standing at the tee, it felt like it was a par 3, obviously very long. But yeah, you had this big piece of PVC air compressed weaponry, and you got the guy kind of telling you aim up, aim left. So it's kind of cool. So and if you don't get it closer to the flag or even on the green than like a designated spot on the green that they have, you drop at that tee spot there on the green. So you have an eagle putt regardless. But it's kind of one of those things. But it was a short par 3, a short par 4, which unfortunately we weren't able to take advantage of, even though I guess we did kind of take advantage of it because we had an eagle putt regardless. I don't know if we would have been able to do that without a giant cannon, but it kind of threw off our momentum. Honestly, we were coming in hot, and we had to wait because it takes forever for them to compress it with an air compressor, and then just everybody at the turn. So that's our excuse, at least, why we lost momentum. It wasn't all the
We
drinks.
blame the air cannon. If you can't tell, we blame the air cannon.
Yeah. Well, when we had it for our first day on Friday Fun Day, it's a shotgun start. So we had people on every hole. So, Thomas and I are running around like crazy, making sure everybody has their card assignments, do all this stuff, getting everybody started. It's day 1, doing registration and stuff. So that happened on the second hole. So the first hole, when we got out there and played on, I sort of felt rushed, and I hit a shitty drive, and then it ended up, I think, getting the max score on that hole. So the second hole was that cannon. I thought, thank God, at least, I can have something to put it in the fairway. So, yeah, I was excited about it. This one was a par 5. We had it, I think, both days on par 5s. But, yeah, that cannon was cool. I did like shooting it, though.
We also just got, not great advice on how to shoot it either from our guys. So we also played because I went over, Tim was short on his, Mike was short on his, and then Brian had it kind of close, but we didn't get it close enough. Yeah. So we were just mad about air cannon in general. I think a second time around it would be a better experience, but boy, we were like, why did we do that?
Was it Launch Golf? Was it Eric in Launch Golf, or was it a different company?
Oh no, it was a different company.
I think it was
homemade,
a homemade course. The course made it themselves.
Oh, okay. You guys you'll like it a lot better. I will tell you, spoiler, that Eric will be there in Orlando, and he's bringing multiple launchers. But theirs charged in 1 second. It's like a pre-compressed. It's just
really.
done.
Oh,
yeah. It's just.
Oh, that's
it was a plugged-in air generator or kind of.
Oh yeah, he does.
Don't they
He
go
a portable
400
canister
yards?
and hooks it up no more than 3 seconds, and it's charged. It's
sounds like one of those leaf blowers. Is that what you guys were using?
Essentially.
Honestly, basically, we were using a giant leaf blower.
Yeah, I thought of it as those potato launchers you make out of PVC pipe.
That's all.
And you spray it with Axe body spray or aerosol. Smells like a locker room. But no, yeah.
It attracts the cart girl. With the
exactly. So that's the only sneak peek you're gonna give to everybody about what to expect You don't want people out there
Just
practicing.
sign the
There's no
waiver.
practicing for Friday Fun Day.
Yeah, sign the waiver. Realize that anything can happen. Don't chase your ball into any sort of body of water or tall grass.
Oh,
It's Florida. You know what happened to Chubbs. You know what happened to Chubbs at the Everglades Classic.
Yeah.
And buckle up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like Friday Fun Day is the only other event that we have a true singles. Like we'll have a putting event the first night, this time at Pop Stroke, Tiger Woods putt-putt course, and then we'll go right into Friday Fun Day at Wakiva. And we chose that because they will let us do whatever the hell we want to. So we're going to go super crazy with it, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
that just sounds amazing right there. So that is the Friday Fun Days got me honestly. Like I feel like just any day, like obviously like that first Friday would probably be like, I mean, at least for me, it sounds like it's an unbelievable time. But I know, and I don't know if you guys are doing scramble on Saturday or if you're doing another thing. But Justin, I want to hear about what you got for Saturday. And then Dave, I know you've probably got the entire course like ready to go, pristine for Sunday. And then I'm going to shoot like a 125.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned it. So Saturday is our scramble. So we'll match up, teams of 4, go at it that morning, which is always fun. I think on these tournaments too, it kind of takes some of the pressure off of, getting out there and playing with a group. You don't hit a good drive, you got 3 other chances in your group to get that or to put it within play. But I think last time that we had it, I mean, everybody was within 3 shots, and then we have anything that we have a tiebreaker for, we will break it, and we'll break it in a fun way. Last time we used Peter putters at our event, everybody had to do it, so we had a putt off between the 2 teams that tied. So we'll have something in store for anytime that there's a tie on these events and stuff. But Saturday's more of a team type event, for the morning part. I'll let Dave probably can talk about what we're doing that night as he kind of rolls into Championship Sunday.
Tell them about Friday night.
Well, you had Friday. I was doing Saturday.
All right. Well, before we get to Saturday, Saturday. So we'll start the day and do Friday Fun Day at Wakiva. And then Friday night, we're going back to Orange Lake Resort. And we have the Cranes Bend, which is their walking night golf course.
Oh, sick.
So we'll play 9 holes of night golf with glow balls, and we have the course bought out from 6 till 11. So we'll close it down. Our group can take their time and play 9 holes, wander around, and we'll have a little gathering and stuff too to kind of give out the awards up to that point. And then into the scramble. And the scramble, Justin didn't mention, is at the Legends course at Orange Lake. So it's the Arnold Palmer designed course. So it's a badass course that we're playing the scramble on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Looks really good. Dave found that one for us, and he's got a set up there to play some championship level golf in the scramble format.
Oh yeah, gonna be schmexy.
That's right.
Yes, I will very much be looking forward to. Hopefully someone gets it in the fairway and I can try and absolutely tear the cover off the ball, which is the whole point of a scramble. We played one of our buddies filled in for Brian, one of our friends, Jimmy, and he does not hit driver well off the tee. So he hits a 5-wood. And when I say it went 250 almost perfectly straight every time, I was like, okay, so we got a ball out. So now everyone else is just ripping it. And it was it was a very fun day.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You don't lose like half dozen balls when you're playing a scramble that you're not swinging right.
No.
So well, yeah, and so here's the beauty of this tour and these events, right? Is like one thing begets the next, and everything is tied into the concept, right? There's this ground level concept of what this is and why it exists. So in this scramble, look, everybody gets a trophy. That's the world we live in, but it's not always a trophy that you want. Here's why. if you're not going for after everything on every drive, and you're not going for every flag stick on the entire golf course, like, yeah, you get funny prizes, like maybe you get a Peter putter or a box of tampons or some inappropriate whatever it is, right? No, man. If you're not going after fairways and cutting corners and going for flag sticks, you're gonna get a blanket party that night. That's it.
You're just beaten mercilessly.
So we've gone through Pop Stroke on Thursday. We've gone through Friday Fun Day with the madness and the pomp and circumstance and the amazing thing that's going to be. And then we've gone back, and on Friday night we've finished our under the lights night golf, extravaganza. We've had some food, some laughs. We made some videos and friends for life. That's a great weekend, right? Wrong. This is like Charlie's freaking Chocolate Factory, man. It just keeps going and keeps getting better. So Saturday night, after we finish our scramble tournament, we're gonna head to the south part of Orlando, and we're gonna go to Drive Shack as a team, as an event, and we will have the entire third floor of Drive Shack and their conference meeting spaces all to ourselves. We will have at least 5 of their best employees taking care of our entire group for the entire evening. Food, non-alcoholic beverages, whatever service is required. And that's going to be Saturday night. Epic. So here's where I come in. Sunday morning, we're going to wake up and you're going to put your game face on, because I'm not playing with y'all. Right. We are going to go uptown. We're going to go back on the other side of Orlando, okay, over to Sanford, and we're going to play at a little golf course, an old golf course called Mayfair Country Club. This golf course turned 100 years old this year, and it's the site of Arnold Palmer's first PGA Tour win.
Wow!
And we are going to have a no holds barred, flat out 18-hole mano a mano. Everybody's out for themselves championship round of golf, and that's going to last 18 holes. However, it won't be flighted. It will be handicapped, but there will also, my intent now, but again, we're still 5 weeks out, not 100%. My intent is to have net winners with handicaps, but I would also like to reward some gross winners too, because we do have some really good players, and I'd like to see what they can do under these conditions. I'm curious. So we'll probably do some gross winners as well, because a good golfer is a good golfer. It's a great accomplishment, and I think those people should be rewarded as well. And I think fair is fair.
100% on that side.
Yeah. When that's over, though, because again, we own this property from sun up to sundown. So when we finish our 18 holes of championship golf and we close the curtain on the 2022 Flamingo Invitational, all bets are off. You're going to have 1v1 matches. You're going to have 10 people that want to go back and play that par 5 that they couldn't make it over the water. You're going to have lefties versus righties on some hole. Listen, if you have a golf cart and a buddy, just content. This whole tour, this whole thing that's been developed here is driven by content. And that's the point of why we're getting all of you together and getting you in the same space to network, create, and collaborate in spaces that you would not otherwise been able to have done that. Orlando's just the beginning, folks. Tennessee was the beginning of the beginning. It's just going to get better from here.
That's phenomenal. So
round of applause for Dave on that side. That just got me. I'm about to run through a wall right now because of that. That was unbelievable.
I just took 2 scoops of pre-workout. I'm ready.
Let's do this. And what Dave's alluding to is, so we started it with the idea at the Southern, and then we added Dave and we grew this to the Flamingo. And these are going to be our major events every year. We're going to have 4 to 5 major events that we'll call invitationals, and they'll be in different geographical locations based on weather. A lot of it, like that's why we're going to Orlando in November. And then we're going to also fill that in with mini events all the way around. So this is a true create tour. Like that, we have started the tour. This is our league. People that play in our events are members, and in between we'll have, if Good wants to play us, the create tour will send 4 people and beat them real bad. And if
snip that.
And
cool.
Thomas, that's gonna go viral in a bad way.
If Busta wants to get jacked, I've got 4 guys that can jack them. Like, I'm just telling you, the Create Tour is the strongest group of players because our community is the biggest. And if we get to pick our own teams to represent us in any kind of match, 1v1, 2v2, scramble, if the guys from Barstool want to play us, if the guys from 4Par want to play us, like, I expect all of these guys to be part of our league by the end of the year. I definitely know that we're on their radar. They know the name of us anyway. But that's the difference between us too, is we're all inclusive. It's just the opposite of most other things. Like, we want everybody, everybody that comes with a good vibe. They're there to have a good time. And we believe that, we're validating the industry by getting like-minded people together and growing the sport in all directions. I mean, we're going to be well over 25% women this time. How cool is that? That's
amazing.
I mean, it's amazing. And I hope that I hope our next event's 50%, because it's important to show that the game is representative of the world we live in. So I don't know, I get goosebumps thinking about how this is growing. It's really freaking exciting.
Yeah. I remember when I reached out to you, Thomas, and when I was talking with you and I was talking with Justin, and I was like, we were talking about everything, and I don't even think I grasped how big it was going to get, like, personally. Like, I was like, next time, like, I'm definitely going. Like, I'm definitely going. It's going to be fun meeting everyone. And now I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, I will not be one of those 4 people that go take on Good because I can't play that. I know a couple of the people that will be going. It's probably going to be Center Cut, since he hits the ball like 7,000 yards, but and it might be some other guys, but I just think what you guys are building is great, and I'm very, very excited that we'll be able to kind of be along the ride with you guys as well, and being able to kind of talk with you here. It's really I can't describe how cool it is, because I never would have thought in 1,000 years something like this would happen. Just like, I know a couple of the guys would play like here and there, but to get everyone to get so many different people together from all around, like you guys said, 19 states and 2 countries last time. I'm sure it's a lot more this time, from states, countries, everything like that too. It's just it's gonna be amazing, and it's pretty impressive what you guys have started here, for sure.
Quite frankly, it sells itself. I mean, you have creators, people who are creating content, and they're obviously tagging, saying where they're at, and it just grows. It's free marketing for you guys, so it's no wonder why this is taking growing by storm. I mean, it's absolutely an awesome concept, and it's helping you, helping them. It's a win-win for all parties.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we really wanted, was the reciprocal nature of this, where you promote the tour and the tour promotes you. I mean, you want to be part of this, because being part of this builds your personal brand, but your personal brand builds our events. So it's just, there's the synergy in this it's unlike anything else I've ever worked in. And like, even my friends and some big sort of business in people that I know, they're just like, this really works. And I knew we were on to something. Of course, Justin and I probably sounded like crazy people when we started throwing out the idea, and we sure felt like crazy people. I was actually talking to +3 Golf today, Brett, and Brett's, I don't know.
He's the local guy with you guys, right? He's outside Nashville, though, right? He's a couple hours away from you.
So
yeah.
we made friends on TikTok, and he came up and played a couple days with me before the Southern Invitational. And again, I probably had like right at 1,000 followers. I seem like a crazy person. I'm going to put all these people together, and we're going to get sponsors, and we're going to get all these names. And I sounded like a fool, I'm sure. But we were on the phone today, and he's like, holy shit, you've really done this. He's like, I can't believe how far this has come from like the first time we ever met to like now. Like there's sponsors that I honestly have not had the time to email or call back because we're so busy constantly. But we're getting to you, and I will talk to you soon.
That's true. We will.
In 7 to 10 business days.
That's right,
Yeah.
Strixon. We'll get to you when we can.
Yeah. Mr. Woods, please. You'll be on hold.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things, I mean, they've sort of both touched on this already, but is the networking. I think the networking is one of the biggest benefits of this whole thing, of having somebody across the country that if you were to travel to California or Texas or wherever you're traveling, someone there that you could, get together, you have a golf buddy that you can go and meet up with. Having these small businesses that are social media businesses like Sniper Golf and some other ones that we had, put them in touch with these people. Now you have people that have signed sponsorship deals with these, with these companies and stuff. So it's just growing the networking with everybody. With the small business, you're growing people's accounts. I mean, it's like wildfire. I just think that, like both said, this is just the beginning. So just super exciting.
Could it possibly be the next live golf tour? We try to break it.
Yeah, except it's inclusive, not only 48. We're not cutting. It's not going to get cut off at 48 unless, it turns into like really, really good players. And then I'll be standing on the sidelines waving to everyone.
Me too.
I honestly feel like we have an advantage over all of those because, when you watch Live or PGA or LPGA or Symetra or any of the pro tours, the Corn Ferry stuff, like we all want to relate to those people, right? We all want to be like, oh man, on my best day, I parred that hole too. Like if you got to play that course or, but the truth of it is these guys are just elite. And they're just, they get to put, there's a grind to it. Don't get me wrong. There's guys that are still scraping by to pay that entrance fee in between each tournament and, that are on the edge that live day to day and paycheck to paycheck. But a lot of these guys have been born and bred golfers from the moment they got out of the womb. And we're totally different in that because the first thing we capped for the Flamingo Invitational was the low handicaps. Like, okay, we've got enough of that, guys. We're not turning into everybody else. We need more B's, C's, and D's because we want that relatability. Like in my, in our vision for this, I see people rooting for ATL, who's sitting around a 30 handicap right now, and they want him to shoot a day where he's 20 over, and they're happy for that. And I don't know what Lucha's handicap is right now. He's been playing a lot of golf. I think a lot of our friends have gotten a lot better at golf, by the way. People are taking it real serious. But I think it's way more relatable and it's way more fun than seeing just guys that always par birdie. You know what I mean? Like it's more relatable to watch me knock 3 out of bounds on an 18, than it is to watch somebody that always hits it 350 right down the center. Like, so, and we get excited for each other. Like, it doesn't matter if you're playing against this guy or not. If I make a good putt, everybody there was super happy for me. Same thing. We were rooting every single person on and giving tips to each other in a positive way. Justin was dropping snakes all over the place. We were trying to.
That is true.
You and Chunky Golfer with your fake snakes going around scaring the crap out of people like me who hate them. Like, no, not this time, sir.
There will be a live alligator. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I already know how to. I lived in South Carolina for a little bit. I don't worry. I know how to stay away from those dinosaur demons, whatever you want to call them. But
So you can do gators, but you can't do snakes. I'm
Nope,
confused.
absolutely
No
not.
probes.
Snakes. I can stay
No-
away
no
from an
danger noodles,
alligator.
huh?
A snake will just kind of go slither up to you and just be like, "Hey, I want to play." Just get a bite. Like, no, I can stay away. I can see an alligator. I can't see a snake half the time.
B-Man, you made a big mistake.
I just made the biggest mistake I could have.
Yeah.
Six events.
Yeah.
Six
Yeah,
events.
I'm just wondering
coming.
what part of the weekend is he gonna get a snake? If not,
What part of the weekend is
All-
he not going to see a snake?
All
Yeah,
weekend,
I wanna know.
the entire weekend.
The worst
These
part is
snakes
now
everywhere.
too is I'm gonna see an actual snake and I'm gonna be like, oh god, like here
He's gonna kick
Justin-
it right in the head.
Justin and Jason coming at doing the stupid things and I kick it and it's just like right on the leg. Oh,
And I officially am non-medical the entire weekend. I just put that up. I am not licensed in Florida.
off the clock. There we go.
Tomahawk, can you help me out? Too many twisted tea, guys. Too many twisted teas right now, guys.
That's right,
We've
well-
had too many twisted teas.
We'll put a bat on you. We'll put a battle tourniquet on you, and we'll call 911 once we get your body off the course. As soon as you're off our insurance zone, we can get you right in. Get you
Rub some
taken care
dirt.
of.
Rub some dirt in it. You'll be fine. That's
Yeah,
all that
can you-
matters.
You remain conscious for the next 3 holes. We just got 3 left. Come on, you got to
That's
ride it out.
You get one stroke. You get one extra, one mole, get a hole after a snake bite.
Oh man. That's unreal. Oh, that's I mean, I'm really excited about it. And yes, I know we've been kind of pointing at it here and there, but we did want to officially announce that at the Flamingo Invitational, the Duffin Up podcast will have coverage there. I will be going. There will be at least one man from the Duffin Up podcast there. We will do our best to spread the love as well, but we will have at least one member, and you bet your butt I will be bringing my podcast gear. So I got lights, I got cameras, I got 4 of these bad boys. Oh, it's gonna be great. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be having some talks. It's gonna be wonderful.
Oh, I love it.
I'm excited,
I love
man.
it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's set you up on the 19th green, and when people do the turn and stuff, you can do little sound bites and stuff with them too.
I was joking when we had Daniel on, when we had D-Raz on, he was talking about, like, for Golfing Outlaws, they were talking about like doing a final 18, and he was like, and I was joking with him, and I'm like, can I be the guy that just, like, you know how with like the DP World Tour now they have Alona Steven like walk next to the people with like that big freaking microphone boom, and she's like talking into it. I could be like that, but I'm just talking shit the entire time. Like, that was a shitty drive. How do you feel about it?
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and name official Duff Daddies and Duff Mamas out there.
That
Yeah,
is
just-
correct.
We love
Okay.
it.
The Duke of the Duff Daddies and Duff Mamas,
The Duff of the day.
Prince of the Power Slice will be there. Do not worry. We will be there. Lefty Gang will be there. It'll be fantastic.
Sure, we got a lot of lefties there.
I'm excited. That is one thing. Like, I mean, I know you guys know too, but there's not that many of us. There's more of us now, but like, I was joking and I was like, oh, maybe they'll put us all 4. Maybe they'll put like 4 lefties together for like the scramble. And I was looking at I was like, there's more than 4
Boys, I gotta
lefties.
go.
Hi, Tim.
Oh, I see
See you
lights.
guys.
Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue.
He's got a snake incident. He's got
Go,
to
go win the day.
I
B-Man,
got bit
so-
by a snake, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Brendan,
You 100%, like Thomas said, you get a free mulligan, but you have to have that filmed and make sure that you tag #Creator in your video of that snake bite.
Yeah.
So
Snake
Brendan,
bite.
you're wrong-handed. I did not.
I am
know this.
wrong-handed. I am. I call
Okay.
myself the. Yep. I did the. Was joking with the Lord of the Lefty Gang, the Duke of the Duff Daddies
There you
and Duff
go.
Mamas, the Prince of the
Gosh.
Power Fade. It's all right there. Oh, but it's
and
Yeah,
all self-proclaimed.
The
That's
the
fine.
Sultan
all
of
self-proclaimed.
Slice.
All self-proclaimed. To be
I
fair,
love
Brian,
it.
you have seen my power fade though, and boy, can it power fade.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, Prince, definitely not king.
Cool.
Next
Yeah,
in
let's
line,
see,
though,
we've got,
heir apparent, not bad.
We've got, so we have Brendan, Licks, Twisted and Over 40,
Tone.
Tone, of course, the returning champ. Who else are we gonna have?
Wally, right?
Wally. Where's Wally?
Where's Wally
Yeah.
is a left. Are any of our ladies left-handed? Ion's not. Butterfly Golfer is not. Caitlin's not.
I don't believe any of our ladies are.
I don't think any of them are.
Gotta get
Very
those
well.
numbers up.
Not yet. Well,
You
we
got
got, all
to
right,
find
guys.
one.
We're on a mad hunt for a
I
left.
know what I'm doing tonight.
Yep.
I was gonna say, well, what is it in 5 weeks? You said you got
5
Yeah.
weeks from today.
to learn to hit on that side.
Just reach out to Brooke Henderson and just tell her to play lefty to even the playing field. I'm sure she'll still shoot like 74.
I would
It's
reach
really
out
fun.
to her for any reason under the planet that you would give me. I'm just, you don't have to ask.
Oh man. No, I truly think, and I know Dave, you came on after the original tournament. You were originally going to be
Correct.
a participant. Obviously, stuff happened where you could not attend. But one of the main reasons you came on is because you are a golf professional. You are a PGA professional.
Yeah.
And you have great connections within the golfing world. And from my understanding, that like what Thomas and Justin said, this is just the beginning of the Create Tour. And I just want to know, what are we thinking for next stops?
West.
Hey, I love it.
We're in the West. That's what I will say.
Okay.
Love that. So Western Orlando. It could be anywhere from
places,
Yeah.
places where they have to pipe in their water. That's all we're saying.
West of the Mississippi.
Way west.
There we go.
We've added a couple states. We've added a couple. Okay. That would be
West of the Rockies.
I was going to say, yeah,
Oh.
Rocky Mountains is as far as I'll go. We will be west of the Rocky Mountain range.
But east of the Pacific.
East of Hawaii.
East
there we
of
go.
Hawaii.
Love
Is
that.
Guam in there? I'm kind of forgetting what's in between Hawaii and the U.S. I don't think there's very much. I think it's mostly ocean. So
I was in, I was in Guam once. I don't remember much of it, but it was pretty awesome.
But no, I mean that would be fantastic, because I know you were talking about maybe Hilton Head as a destination as well for my former air. I have to bring it up, Brian. I have to bring it up. Brian hates it when I bring up Hilton Head. I don't care.
He loves Hilton Head.
Yeah.
We will
there,
play some mini events in those areas. Myrtle
Yeah.
Beach is a great golf town. Hilton Head
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
There's so many
Easy.
great spots in North Carolina, but
Yeah.
with the Southern and the Flamingo could change. I mean, maybe the Flamingo's at a different beach another time, but we put down some good connections in Orlando, and really Orlando to Miami is a great place to
Mhm.
play at that time of the year. Cheap flights, cheap places to stay. So the Southern will always be in this area. That's our Augusta, that's our fall ball. Then we'll play the Flamingo again, trying to stay away from Thanksgiving traffic and, people's commitments to their families and that Christmas stash of money that we all try to occur, during that time.
And then we dip into the reserves, just in we always dip into the reserves
Right
too
before we
until
max out all the credit
February come
cards.
out.
This is the limit. This is
Yeah, but then we'll as before tax season next year, before tax season, we shall go west.
You guys you guys pay taxes? I think it's overrated.
No comment.
My lawyer legally said I do.
we can't answer that one. We were strictly told not to talk about that. But before tax season for you guys, we will go west and expand the tour there. But our goal is after this one, we should have a couple mini events not long after, and those will be meetups. People are affiliated with different courses. Of course, Dave is affiliated. Stan Laws is affiliated. Kramer, soon to be Pito. I mean, there's so many of our community that work at a course or that are pros at courses. So we'll go and play to our strengths and have a little mini weekend or a one day, you know, in a bunch of different areas to keep these guys getting together and co-generating content. And basically, what better way to start announcing the details of our Oregon Trail type trip.
Let's call it the Five-Hole Invitational.
The Five-Hole?
Yes, since we're going west.
That's right. Or the Kanye.
I like it.
Any chances of doing at least just a mini Northern Invitational tour?
We will come to the Northeast. I feel like we have to. Like Justin and I are giant Red Sox fans.
Yeah, if the Red Sox will start winning, we'll come back up there. But
yeah, they would.
They get their act together.
Not anytime soon. No, not anytime soon.
Yeah. Tickets today were $5. I live a mile from Fenway, so it's like
man.
I always just like that look on.
Yeah. I lived on Jersey Street, like a couple blocks down in 2018 when they won it, and it was a madhouse. It was unbelievable. It was one of my favorite times ever. But yeah, we would absolutely love to help out on if you guys do end up coming north. We can absolutely help out on that side because we're slowly but surely making good connections. We've had a couple people on, and we're definitely trying to as the winter comes and the professional golf definitely dies down and it's into the silly season. We've been having on a lot of great guests, and we've had on a couple local guys recently too, and that's been really, really, really helpful to kind of continue to build it within the New England area as well.
Right. And honestly, like I love the area. I've worked in Mass. I worked in Maine a ton. Worked in Maine for 2 years. I love the people. I love the food. I love the culture. Like very close to your house is the Beehive right there, Back Bay, Boston.
Oh yeah, the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's one of my favorite places on earth.
That's a good spot. That's when people come out of town or ask for recommendations. It's an easy recommendation because it's there's nothing. I've never seen any place like it. It's one of those places where it's like, this is cool because you can recommend a restaurant, the food's good, but the environment stinks. It's like, that's not great. But Beehive is just top tier jazz club, unreal.
It is. It's so good, right? It's really close to Berkeley, so you get all those students that are there for music, and it's crazy. But we really want to come to New England because we've got a lot of our friends and players up there, and this is about owning market share, if you want to call it that, but really it's about having a footprint everywhere. And then the long of this is that if we do this right, a lot of golf calendars start revolving around our tour, right? Yep. Because we create things that are good for everybody to be involved in, and it's good for us to be involved with everyone. So I think that we're going to definitely get to New England next year. And hopefully after the Flamingo, I expect places to be calling us, and I don't want to sound cocky, but it's truthful. Like, I expect golf courses to be calling us and saying, we would love to host your next event because we really liked getting 25 million views in 2 days, and we had over 3 dozen videos with over 1 million hits from the Southern Invitational. We had accounts grow. Tee It High, Ryan went from 5,000 to 40-something thousand, and it's not
that was insane. That was I remember talking to him, and we were like I was on a live with him, and I was like, "Have you hit 20K yet?" And he checked. He was like, "Oh, it's 22,000 right now," and I was like, "How is this happening?" I was like,
I think he only paid for half of those. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I mean, most of those are not even fake girl Korean golf accounts.
Oh my God!
At least a third of them are not.
Yeah,
I'm just
not Ryan, but we can also talk about that offline because there are definitely people that have that on TikTok, and I know exactly who they are.
Which is hysterical. But going back to the golf courses asking you to hold your event there, I mean, it's no secret, obviously, golf courses and like just the game of golf it's not hurting from a people starting to play golf, but it's just like golf courses don't have good marketing. Like it's like unless they're like top tier. And so this is like a no-brainer, so to speak, where it's just free marketing for them as well. I'm not even in marketing, but this is like a second or third time I've mentioned marketing because this whole event is just good PR for everybody. And so I think they'd be stupid not to do that and put the name out there, because obviously if you're associated with having a creator event there or just getting, I mean, it's pure, it's guaranteed money. It's kind of like a lot of golf tournaments. It's like people can cancel tee times 24 hours in advance or whatever, but this is guaranteed money. And then obviously Dave, he's the clubhouse guy, the nightlife guy. He'll spend some money at the bar. Cart girl coming over, like he's spending a lot of on just scotchers, whiskey.
Oh, if I'm there too, watch out.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, I know. I'm deflecting. I'm projecting onto Dave because I am the same way. I'm just pointing the blame on him, my scapegoat. But yeah, it's just absolutely it makes sense. I think it'd be a good thing, and as it's growing, it's getting obviously significantly bigger each event that you have, and the name's getting out there. So really happy for you guys, and definitely hope to, because it makes sense to bounce around. Obviously, Southern Invitational, but you want to make it doable and approachable / just accessible. I mean, someone like Mike, who's our fourth host, he just had a daughter, like we said last year or this earlier this year, and so he can't necessarily go and travel to Florida for the whole weekend. But if it's somewhere drivable for him, he can go there and back every single day in that sense. So it's like there are, like you said, there are creators everywhere across the United States, and maybe their creator funds, they don't have too many funds in there enough to go buy flight tickets and also pay for all that. So it makes sense. You guys are doing an awesome thing.
Boy, am I happy that JetBlue canceled my trip to New Orleans one time and gave me a big old fat credit, because that is what I will be using to get down to this tournament.
Yeah, and honestly, like, we don't, this has been since the beginning too, we're not there to make money off the people that are playing in this. So the money goes to golf. I mean, it goes to getting these courses and getting buyouts and creating this atmosphere. And as we grow, our name will grow. And then we do hope to make some money from this. But the truth of it is that the biggest buy-in that we have now is that you have 3 guys involved in this that want to grow the sport at a level that's never been grown, like in a positive direction, in an all-inclusive direction. Like, we're going to take women and men that couldn't play at certain venues and go play there because of who we are. And it's really cool to think the doors that we can open, and we get to show golf being played the way it should be. Like, it's women all the time, girls that, came and played at the first one, they were like, it's so weird being a single female and trying to go join a group of guys, or you feel like you're getting gawked at when you're teeing off, or, when you're playing, people are treating you weird. And then they came and played with us, and they're like, that was so cool. I just didn't feel that way like that during that time. And that good reputation has spread, and we've got a ton of women that want to be involved in it now. And like I said, we'll have 3 times or 4 times the amount of women involved in this next one. And it's a chance for us to show that that's normal. That's just the way golf should be.
Yeah, it's not creepy at all if you're filming them during the event.
Yeah, Justin,
way to
submarine
on his shoes. Submarine.
Oh.
No, I was just joking. I'm just joking. No, but hey,
I was about to say,
right? We've seen growth in golf from there's a lot of metrics that have let us know that golf has grown since the beginning of COVID, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But the cool part about that is that a lot of these accounts that are becoming part of the Create Tour is the folks that started playing after COVID started. So they are brand new players. And so when like there's about a million reasons that it's called the Create Tour, but one of the most important reasons for me as a golf professional, because I run the data and I look at the numbers, and I always want to know why and how, you know, why is it the way it is and how do we make it better, is we're creating a place of comfort where new golfers can come in and not be looked at side-eyed or not feel like they're not good enough to play on a certain course yet, which I hear that all the time. You know, there's literally no reason to feel any discomfort when you're at a Create Tour event, because that's the whole point of it. Anyone can play this game. Everyone is welcome to this game, regardless of where you're from, what you look like, who your daddy is. I don't care. Everyone belongs, right? And this is the place that creates that.
No, I mean, Dave keeps coming in and making me want to run through a wall. Like, this is it is absolute no, but I mean, you guys can hear it in the sincerity in your guys' voices too. And that, I think that's the most important thing too, is when you talk about it, you guys are very sincere about it and you want it to do well. So if there is any resort course in Schmarizona, in a state that rhymes with Schmarizona or Schmalifornia that's listening right now, you better give these guys a call. I'm just saying. Maybe Schmavada. Like, I don't know.
That's also one of those words that we were.
Yep. So, you know, maybe, you know, but I truly think what you guys are doing is very special, because exactly what you said, Dave. I know Othie from SP3 went down for you guys at the original Southern, and he was just getting back into it. And I think he's a 30+ handicap right now. And like all the videos I saw, he was having an amazing time. I told him he's got to bring out the characters. I will we will have him on as Brent Musbogey. I need
Absolutely.
Brent Musbogey on the pod while we're there. I need all the characters while we're there.
I think he had the best line of the whole Southern Invitational, because he said that he just got to Kingsport and the only 10 he sees is on the scorecard. The only 10 I see. The best line of the whole tournament in this video.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, that is very OP.
I think what you guys are doing is great, and I think it's definitely going to continue to grow. And I mean, that's the biggest thing too, right? Like, we all want to share this game that we all love, whether you're, you know, a plus handicap like some of the guys out there, whether you're, you know, me right now, 10 to 15, or, you know, you're 25, 30 plus, like, everyone enjoys it for different reasons. And yes, I will absolutely be begging Dave for a trophy comes championship Sunday, because, you know, I'm a millennial and that is our birthright.
Just need some validation. Always need that validation.
Always need the validation.
Dave, remind me just to get participant ribbons.
Yeah, you write that down. Yeah, I'll send you an email. That's
and you can, instead of it saying participant, can it says you tried? Like, that would be even better.
No, B-Man, I think you're onto something here. I think we need to actually implement a Duff Daddy or Duff Mama award for the worst
100%
of the weekend. It's like, you are an official Duff Daddy or Duff Mama because you are the worst. Yeah.
I like it.
So that's a great point, right? That's a really, really good point. This is not all about us. You know, the three of us. I don't know where I am on your screens, but this is not about the three of us.
Like the Brady
Bunch. What I would encourage, if I was a creator coming to one of our events, I would want to have some sort of a stipulation or some kind of a prize that I'm giving out. Like, let's call it Black Sail Golf, for example. I want to have the Black Sail Golf freaking, you know, token of excellence. You know, whether it's some kind of a tomahawk for somebody that does awesome stuff. You know, maybe you get a live, you know, blue heron kill with a golf ball on accident. You know, that whatever. But like my own thing, like, that's not something that's unwelcome. If that's how you grow your brand, and that's the point of this. So, yeah, dude, bring it on and spread the word.
Yeah,
I would be happy to see anyone that has their own little goofy trophy for something. That's
Maybe
cool.
we get like this guy on a trophy.
I mean, Dave and I were talking
those
last
hats,
night,
I'm gonna
like
be so mad.
at the Southern, we had a shortest drive hole, right? So we gave away prizes for the guy that had the shortest drive on this one hole. And last night we were talking about a furthest from the pin, having like a furthest.
That will be me. That will be me.
So there you go. Like,
do you remember what the shortest drive distance was? Do you remember
Oh
what it
God. What
Remember,
was it?
they got a training aid to learn how to drive.
Because it's funny. I just saw a TikTok the other day where a guy hit a drive and it hit a tree solid and ended up flying by him the other way, like negative yards. So you have to absolutely try to do that.
I love those.
Yeah, negative yardage.
Yeah.
I think since we probably wouldn't have time to get a trophy for this time for the Duff Daddy or the Duff Mama,
Yeah.
what I would want to do, or we may have time. But
I know
I also think
trophy
what
guy.
would be cool is getting them like an empty bottle of like really nice Scotch whiskey and being like, this is what you had. This is what you need. Like
Honestly,
you're gonna need, or like a full bottle of whiskey. Like it just be like,
honestly,
here
we
you
could
go.
just totally just spray paint like a Peter Putter gold. Just make it something where it's like this.
We could also do that.
Dude, it was an unfortunate smelting accident.
The gold member.
Oh man,
Peter playoff. Yeah.
I like it. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna bring something. I just don't know what it is yet, but I am bringing something to give away, and we will. It's gonna be the Duff Daddy Award, and I got to figure it out. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
I love it, man.
That's awesome.
It's all about entertainment value, and I think that would go a long way. That'd be really awesome.
Mm.
And I loved the image of someone who traveled by plane having to like not able to check it and carrying the Peter Putter on the plane, just a gold something. That'd be awesome.
You guys remember the old trophies where it was like supposed to be a golfer, but like the club was missing? Like I think that'd be kind of funny too. Like it would be like or like a broken or broken club.
We'll take it
Broken
offline. We'll brainstorm.
yeah,
We'll brainstorm session.
Yeah, you're onto something. Don't let it out yet. You're onto something.
Yep. I do want to get to because we do have 3 final questions that we do ask everyone. So we definitely want to get to those. 2 of them are golf related. 1 of them is not, and 1 of them may start an actual fight because we have had not actual fights, but legitimate arguments about the 3rd question. So we will go with the first 2 golf related ones first. So usually Tim asks these, but Tim,
he's fighting a
someone
fire.
in Rhode Island, unfortunately, had a bit of an accident, so Tim's got to go save the day.
Left the turkey in a little too long.
Left the turkey in a little too long. The cat's up in the tree. We're not sure yet, but he had to run away real quick, but he'll be back. Well, not tonight, but he sends his regards. Our first question: you have a beautiful backyard, and you walk out to it, and it is your favorite or a golf hole that you can play every day, and it's got all the scenery. So just for example, if it's number 7 at Pebble Beach, you walk out, you're on the tee, number 7 at Pebble Beach, you get all the scenery behind it.
Yeah.
Regardless of the acreage that you currently own.
Yes, regardless of the acreage. But what is each of your holes that you would want in the back of your yard, in your backyard?
Dave, you go first. You've got
Okay, I'm going to take the 18th hole at Abu Dhabi Golf Club.
I knew it.
Looking it up. This is new.
Yeah, this is usually it's one that we know off the top of our head. so
it's a par 5 with a Barranca waste area on the right. Right of the waste area is a pond. You can see the giant eagle clubhouse from the tee box.
This is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
That's his backyard. That's it.
Welcome to my home.
This is one of the most beautiful golf holes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Can you see? What are you looking on Google Maps?
Just Google hole
You see-
18
You
Abu
see
Dhabi
Dave,
Golf Club.
Dave in his bathrobe out there. You see him reading the paper.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy. This is a family-friendly show.
Yeah. Full in your bathing suit. Yeah, you shower with your bathing suit.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Got it. Cool. Okay, good choice. I love that. Is that your favorite hole like of all time, or is it just one that you thought of that you'd like to have?
It's not my favorite hole to play from like a golfing, technicality standpoint, but it is absolutely it's probably the most beautiful hole that I've ever played more than one time.
Love that. Cool. Great answer. That's cool.
All right.
We'll be right over. Yeah, we'll come.
Doors open.
Justin and Thomas, we got both of you.
All right. I'm gonna say this wrong. No. Doonbeg Golf Club, Ireland. First hole.
Number one dune bag. Nice.
Number one Doonbeg.
I don't know if I want to Google that. I don't know.
Yeah, make sure you spell that right.
Yeah.
Doobeg.
And have you played it before, or
No. Just dying to go golf in Ireland, and done a little bit of research there. I mean, I want to play St. Andrews more than I want to play anywhere in the world, but and I will.
Oh wow, the
I
nice
will.
little. I like this. It's got the little It's almost like in like a valley, like the greens in a valley. This thing is fantastic too.
You got the Irish sea cliffs over on the side. It's a par 5, so I can knock my ball this way and that. I've always wanted to play there.
We have been keeping this way too American centric, Ryan. This is
no. Mine was St. Andrews.
Yours was St. Andrews.
Yeah.
Yours was.
Which brings me to the same the point. Will there someday be a bagpipe invitational abroad?
We will go international next year.
Love that. And what is a group of bagpipes called? I don't know. All I know is in German, bagpipes are doodle sacks.
Doodle sacks.
That's pretty fun fact.
Oh
But
man.
anyway, that's a great
funny.
hole. And so, all right, we got 2 par 5s. 2 par
All right,
5s. Justin, are you ringing up with a third par 5 backyard?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go with something that's pretty obvious, and you kind of already mentioned it, but Panama City Beach, Florida has Goofy Golf, hole number 3 on the putt there. Has a I'm just joking.
He does not want to mow, guys.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I had that
Keep it
half
way
typed in
easier
on
on
Google,
Justin.
man. Like,
Genius. I
But
never
everybody was
even
yelling. It was like, well,
Oh,
yeah, it has
man,
that
that's so
dinosaur
funny.
that you put right into the mouth. No, but I mean, I don't know how you could go wrong with Pebble Beach. I don't know how. There's not a wrong answer in any of this, but yeah, when you said that, I was like, oh shoot, that's probably the one that I would pick as well.
I mean, Payne's Valley is beautiful too. Like, there's so many great holes out there, but
yeah.
I wanted the massive seascape plus yard, so that's why I went Ireland.
Yeah, even if you don't mow it at all, at least you
Yeah.
get
I'm totally fine.
Well, I think that's the best. That's the best part about this question. It's such a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to get a million answers, and they're all correct.
Right. Yeah. Like it could be a course that you've played that's a divey course that you play all the time, but it's your favorite hole because you do well. And obviously a big part of your perception of a golf course, if is how you do there. I mean, there's a course in Rhode Island that we play every year called Meadowbrook, and it's one of the better public courses in Rhode Island. And it's super long, super nice. And we make a big thing out of it, playing it every year. And my brother loves it. My dad loves it. Everybody loves it. I despise it because I cannot play well there, even though it's like so nice, like very, very awesome course. I hate it. It's like such a perception to people. So like if you choose a hole where you're like, I want this hole from Meadowbrook in Rhode Island in my backyard, it's a good course. But the theme with the par fives is not surprising, and I don't know if you had thought about this, but we all kind of chose longer holes so that you can make it into a par 3, you can make it into a par 4, so that you can make a whole 9-hole golf course out of it, kind of thing. I mean, you're kind of limited with a par 3, but it's all personal, whatever you choose. It's your backyard. You can do putt if you want.
Yeah. I don't keep up with the mowing like I should, and I don't want to have the responsibility of a par 5.
Yeah, we didn't even. I don't think that's ever been brought up. Is addressed about the maintenance and the upkeep of that hole. Now I'm definitely want to change my answer. I'm going stimulator. I'm going.
Google is on fire and is really helping me out. So you guys have golf courses in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah,
I'm learning a lot. I didn't know they had people in Rhode Island. Now, so golf courses is like next level.
Rhode
Rhode
Island is actually just 2 toll booths, an old crab shack, and then these 2 golf courses that they alluded to.
Yeah,
that's all it's there.
Yeah. 3 rusty trucks and a gas station on the left. Okay.
Brown University.
Oh man,
That's cool.
I've been told that Rhode Island is Massachusetts goatee.
Pretty accurate.
Oh wow, that's fighting words right there, huh?
Yeah, I'm a Rhode Islander through and through. I just recently moved to Brookline. I live in Brookline now, just down the street from Fenway and a little bit further to the country club. But I identify as a Rhode Islander. It's where I'm born and raised.
I would love to have an event in the Boston area. I love Boston, man.
Yeah, we've got some connections there. So this is things are very likely that New England is in our future.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like I definitely like we have a network and strings we could pull and favors we can ask. And I'm one to not want to ask for it unless it's like really something that's. And so obviously a big tournament and a really successful event like this is one of those events where I'm like, I think this would be worth asking for favors and doing that. You don't want to do that. So because of the success of this tournament. Yeah, right.
The Lobster Invitational.
Yeah. Lobster. Yeah, lobster. Bars and cars.
Lob star.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like a lob wedge.
Oh, dude. Start working on the logo now. That's it.
All right, we got it. Copywritten.
We own this.
Oh man, that is. I mean, yeah, I can go into Canva right now and just make a little lobster with a star on it. That'd be amazing. Oh, what a.
Anyway, but
very cool. Next question.
Yeah,
next question.
We're rambling now.
Yeah,
that's okay. That's
what
if
anyone's still listening at this point, and
what podcast is for?
Yeah, loyalty above all else.
Is Brendan's mom still listening? Is Mrs. Monroe?
Nancy Monroe is still listening. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Mrs. Monroe, you're a saint, and we love you.
Yeah, exactly.
But our next question: you are on a deserted island for 1 year. And on said deserted island, you are allowed to bring 1 club. What club are you bringing?
8-iron.
Bang. Love that. What's your reasoning? Is it your favorite club? Is that something you need to improve on? You just thought of that first and just said it?
I can play a lot of different scenarios by 8-iron. Like that's my go-to club for chipping, putting. I putted with my 8-iron like 3 times today because I was too lazy to walk back.
Love that.
I like it.
From 150 to 1 inch, I can play my 8-iron. So I'm pretty happy with that one.
Love that. That'll do.
56 degree for me.
Wow, Sandy. I guess you're on that.
Here's why. Because when I get off said deserted island, assuming I don't die or eat my own face, I will find a way to get a ball in play off the tee. I will find a way to get my golf ball up near the green. But if I have a year to myself with nothing better to do than practice my wedge game, I'm going to be a dangerous individual.
True.
I like it. Justin?
That could be a TikTok thread. It's just you on a deserted island for a year and seeing your handicap go down.
Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Doesn't sound too bad. It sounds like a great idea.
I'm a little bit older, so this reference might go over your head. But as far as clubs go, I'd say that the best one has got to probably be the Burger King Kids Club. It's one of the best organizations out there. So no, if I had to pick a golf club, then I'd probably pick a 4-iron. That's probably my go-to.
Working on, is it something to work on, or is it something you're very comfortable with and just want to continue to improve?
No, yeah. I think that's if I cannot hit a fairway with my driver, I'm pulling my 4 or a 2, but usually that 4 is a given that I can put it in play.
It's also a really good like self-defense weapon. So
yeah,
2 stones with 1 bird.
Our Lord and Savior Tiger Woods said that if you can't hit your driver, keep hitting it. So just let that inspire y'all. If don't take that 4 out, keep hitting that driver. I mean, your score it may not see instant results, but
he's got a point.
You're on a deserted island, but no, those are awesome. We've had ranges from answers from Brendan, wherever he is on your screen, chose a putter. What a weird move. Very, very peculiar of him to do that. He's going to be
not at all.
There.
I'll be putting 20 feet. I'll be putting 20 feet in every time.
I probably should have said, since we were talking about an island, I probably should have said a sand wedge, because there's probably not a putting green there. But there definitely will be a lot of sand.
You can make one.
I got a year. There will
there.
definitely be a green there.
Yeah, got nothing. I just recently, after talks of scramble tournaments, switched my answer to air cannon. I just want an air cannon out there.
Yeah. If you want to try to reach the boats that are out there, the shores to call for help, you definitely want that air cannon.
You can hunt with it. You can and all that. So,
and it'll be it will not be one that was made by the members of the country club that we played at. It will not be made by the assistant pro the day before. This will be a legitimate air cannon.
I love it.
All right. Last and final question, Brendan.
Final question.
You handle it.
Fry guy, you take it. You ask it better than I do, because I always get tongue-tied.
I guess because Tim came up with the question and I'm his brother, so it's in our blood to ask this question to the people. So it's not golf related, but do you think that a pie would be more upset to be called a cake, or would a cake be more upset to be called a pie? And I guess why?
A cake would be more upset to be called a pie, because that sort of alludes to the fact that it's not cakey enough. Because you can put all sorts of things in cake. You can have swirls and fruit and sort of things, but that appears that you've missed the mark if someone thinks your cake is a pie. And personally, by the way, I'll go on record and say that I am a pie person. I prefer pie to cake.
Pie guy. Got it. So that took a lot out of you to that. Thank you.
I mean, even though I prefer pie, I would say that the cake would be more offended. They're more offendable in general, cakes, I believe. But
oh yeah, 100%.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Think so?
We're making this like a therapy session.
Cakes are snooty, man. Cakes are snooty.
I did not realize that. So like my assumption was that pies were a bit pretentious, and
that's what I'm saying.
So
no. Pies are blue collar,
bro.
In the mud.
Cakes are fun. Pies are not.
Oh man, but they're so dense and like well put together. And I think a pie would be offended to be called a cake, because like when you call something that's dense and well put together and has a million varieties of personality and flavor, I wouldn't want to be considered something that is fluffier and wider and larger than me. And plus, cake doesn't have their own day. Pie has its own day. March 14th. March 14th is a day. It's Pie Day.
That's right.
3.14, whatever numbers at. I think I got to like 5 numbers after one time. I think another kid did like 27. It was the most ridiculous thing in the world. But Pi Day, it's amazing. It's a great day.
Never good at
And
math.
the personal reason that I answer that question is because there's only one type of cake that I like and will eat. There's about 12 different pies that I will eat.
Mm-hmm.
What's your go-to cake? Let it out. Let it out.
Public's birthday cake with shit tons of icing.
I like it.
All right, Justin.
Obviously, you've never had a Mountain Dew cake, my friend. That would change that.
I'm coming your way. Let's do this.
Yeah. So coming to you from East Tennessee, one of the Tri-Cities is Johnson City, Tennessee, where Mountain Dew was invented. So little fact for you,
That
Jack.
is fun. This is very educational of a program we got here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So I think if I were a cake, I'd be super offended to be called a pie. I mean, you don't get a birthday pie. What kind of monster are you that wants a birthday pie? If a cake is moist, that's considered good. All pies are moist. Who wants a dry pie, right?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, that sounds awful. You don't ever hear of anybody making a dirt cake. It's a mud pie. So I mean, it just sounds too common. There's a billion different ways you can make a cake. All of them are delicious. I don't know why you would pick pie over cake. I think that's offensive.
Oh, hard disagree on that one, but
Yeah.
I am. We always go into it after because we're like, okay, now what are you gonna choose? And we always have to rule out one thing though: cheesecake not allowed to be an answer.
Man, that is good though.
It's both pie and cake.
It's both. It's both. Cheesecake is basically a pie and a cake combined into one thing, and it's the most delicious thing in the world. And we have to take it out.
A pizza pie. What about that?
No, does not count either.
Man.
Doesn't
So
count either.
therein lies the conundrum with the question, right? The answer to the question is cheesecake,
That's the worst part.
which is
really
currently
is.
suffering a maddening identity crisis.
Thank you. We needed someone like Dave to totally just wrap it up because we get heated. I absolutely get heated. There's the debate and I'm team cheesecake. Yeah. Cheesecake's the answer.
No, it's always, we had to rule it out because everyone at the end of it, whenever someone would bring up cheesecake, we would all be like, oh, wait, that is the best. And then it's like, but it's kind of both. So we can't really have it in this discussion.
Brings everybody together.
Yes, it definitely. Oh, yeah. And we don't want to be brought together right now. We want the battle. But we also, was it Trey from Troll Golf who brought up oh God, what was it? Peach cobbler. He was like, what, so how are we getting peach cobbler in here too? And I'm like, we gotta rule it out. We gotta rule it out.
Cobblers
Cobblers are their own thing.
But they
don't
are
have a
also
crust.
for undecisive people. Let's just agree on that.
Right. Like a chicken pot pie. I mean, that's not even
Yeah.
a dessert, but it's
That basically says you're too lazy
Yeah,
to
chicken
cook
pot
each
pies are
thing.
good.
yeah, chicken pot pies are bomb.
They're
And
delicious,
yeah,
but
I don't know.
they're not
But-
articulate.
At the end of the day, this is just a metaphor. Would a live player be offended to be called a PGA Tour player, or would a PGA Tour player be offended to be a live player?
That's
And the answer is
definitely
always Rory McIlroy.
Yeah,
PGA
Rory,
player would be
Rory is the
more offended.
cheesecake. The cheesecake right in the middle. He is just
I think a PGA player would be more offended to be called a live player, and also more offended because he wasn't invited to be one of the 48 live players.
there we go.
Not wrong.
Actually,
Not.
So a create tour player is right in the middle. They are the cheesecake to all of this.
There we go.
Which is good. A nice happy ending to this podcast, which
Basically means we are the answer to the questions.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You are
The
him.
creator is cheesecake. That's what it is. And we have the answer. Fantastic.
Again, informative.
And scene.
It was an absolute pleasure talking to all of you.
Yes.
It was great to do that. You want to plug any of your handles, anything coming up that you want to broadcast to the people? If anybody is listening anymore, if you want Brendan's mom to follow you, you can totally plug your handle here.
She's only on Instagram though, guys. She's not on the TikTok yet. She refuses to get on the TikTok, as she calls it.
She'll come around.
Right. No, I mean, the Flamingo Invitational, the next chapter in the Creator is coming, and it's going to be bigger than we can sell it. Like we don't have to preach it. It's going to do all the talking itself.
Love that.
I love that. And we are just so happy to be involved in it and as we said before, with the Southern Invitational, unfortunately none of us could make it, but we are incredibly happy to be officially involved this time coming around. And I am absolutely pumped to be able to get down there and show you guys exactly how to hit a power fade. You got a left power fade, especially. You line up very right. Like I'm talking about very right. And then it decides not to fade. So then you end up in the trees. It's amazing. It's a fantastic championship Sunday round waiting to happen. That's all that matters.
I think, yeah, Brandon, I think you and we're going to go have a ball flight challenge after the Sunday round is done. You will hit a shot and I will try to match the ball flight that you just hit. That'll be kind of fun. We'll do some shot tracer stuff.
Get ready because in the words from the movie Taken, good luck.
I love vague quotes like that. I love that. This is terrible.
Tomahawk Thomas, Justin, Dave, thank you guys so much. We really, really appreciate this. And everyone, make sure to check out the Flamingo Invitational. Please go follow the Creator. It's an unbelievable account and it's only going to grow from here. So thank you guys so much. We truly, truly appreciate you guys coming on tonight.
Absolutely. We'll see. We'll be back after the Flamingo to recap with you guys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
And start planning that lobster tour. Yeah.
That's right.
Love it.